All right, today we're going to dive into a really powerful transformation. How we can take that heavy and, let's be honest, often paralyzing emotion of remorse and actually turn it into a catalyst for real, positive change. We're going to break down how you can stop being defined by your past and start using it as fuel for your future.
It's a question that hits home for a lot of us, right? That feeling that our past mistakes have this gravitational pull on our present. So today, we're going to explore a structured way to answer that very question, using remorse not as an anchor, but as a compass. Okay, so first things first, we got to understand what we're actually dealing with here. The source material we're looking at frames remorse as something way more than just a passing feeling. It's presented as a defining and often a really destructive force. Now, this quote is our starting point, and I want you to pay close attention to that word, dominated. That's not a light word, is it? It suggests a life where remorse isn't just a visitor. It's the ruler. It's calling the shots and keeping us stuck in this loop of suffering. And wow, look at this contrast. It's night and day, really. On one side, you've got paralysis, a life just stuck, repeating these cycles of devastation. But on the other side, there's a path forward, a healing process where that very same past becomes a springboard. That's the journey we're talking about today. So the big question is, how do you actually escape that old life? Well, it's not about ignoring the past or pretending it didn't happen. It's about confronting it, but with intention. This is the moment where that passive suffering starts to become an active process of recovery. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But this is a profound shift. According to the source material, the simple act of looking directly at what we regret, what it calls the trail of devastation, that's the very thing that starts to strip remorse of its power over us. And look, this isn't some fuzzy, abstract idea. We're talking about concrete, manageable actions. It takes you from this overwhelming, vague feeling of guilt to a structured process of accountability. You face it, you make the list, and you accept your part in it. Okay, now this is where the real magic happens. After you've faced the past, the next step is all about cultivating a new state of mind. And it's one that tackles a question that can feel like a massive, massive roadblock for so many of us. I mean, this is the heart of it, isn't it? That feeling that the damage is just too great, that what's done is done and there's no way to fix it. It's a thought that can keep anyone stuck. But the source text offers a really crucial distinction here. So here's the crucial point. The goal isn't to invent a time machine and undo every single wrong. That's impossible. The goal is to cultivate a willingness to make amends. It shifts the entire focus from an impossible outcome to an internal state that is absolutely achievable. And that's the key right there. This willingness, this simple readiness for a new way of being, that's what powers the entire healing process. It's that moment you decide you're open to a different future, no matter how permanent the past feels. This brings us to the final and honestly the most profound stage of this whole transformation. This is where remorse gets completely reframed. Its whole function changes from a weapon we use against ourselves into a tool for our own growth. Just think about that for a second. For so many of us, that's exactly what remorse is. It's a form of self-torture, a constant looping reminder of our failings. But the text here proposes that its purpose can actually evolve. And there it is, the ultimate plot twist. The very same feeling that was the source of so much pain becomes the vehicle for self-forgiveness. By facing it, taking responsibility, and becoming willing to change, remorse finally completes its journey. The text uses this brilliant metaphor for this new state, a springboard. So remorse is no longer this dead weight dragging you to the bottom. Instead, it becomes the firm, solid platform that you use to launch yourself into a new life, into recovery. So, the big idea to walk away with is this. What if the weight of the past isn't just a burden to be carried, but a force that can actually be harnessed? What if your deepest regrets hold the key to your greatest growth? Now that's a thought worth exploring.